Okay, so we've got our carb here. We've been as clean as we can. All right, we don't have to be super clean. We're up in the shed here, but we've got a little bit going on here to keep us nice and clean. And no, 10 mil straight off the bat. That's a classic. Both 10 mils are missing. Stand by it. Toast, toast. So to get that out, it was impinging on the design of the rail there, of the structure of the pressure washer. So I actually, a little bit of a trick there, instead of having to take that whole thing off or the whole motor off or anything like that, or loosen off to get it down. So I just jacked that close stud out. These are nothing, don't be afraid of these. They just wound into the head. So anyway, you see I backed up the nut there and wound out pretty easy. Sometimes they got Loctite on, it's a bit tricky. Anyway, we get into this carb. So first of all, I always end up taking a bowl off. There's junk everywhere on this thing. Let's get that bowl off. Whoops. Got a container here of old fuel. Hang on. Put that there. There we go. I'll put that there. Get this nut off. There we go. We'll lay that out. Now I had that off before and tried to clean it out a little bit. I don't think there's nothing there that's actually coming away. So I'll just put that off to the side. I'll put that there and that there. Put that over there. Now we just want to try and get this pin out here. There we go, came out straight away, that's beautiful. Take that out, and that should be our needle and seat, or the needle at the very least. Now that looks okay. What we'll do just now is just finally inspect, finally inspect that head. You can see, just ever so slightly see it's got like this, like a film on it, like a crappy, it's just been sitting for so long, it's like a gum. You can see it on the side of the, you can see it on the float here as well. That's what gets in and gunks everything up. All right, so what we're gonna do is, we're just gonna gently take this here and we'll, oh geez, we don't have a lot of carb cleaner left. All right, and we're actually gonna get a bit of rag for that one. So a bit of rag here. Put that to the side for now. Just going to leave that in there and just wipe that clean as best we can. Right, that's a little delicate bit of thing there. Just dip in a bit of there, get that nice and wet there. Right, you can already see it's becoming like nice and shiny again. I'm going to get all that off of there. That's really important that's where the fuel flows around that little, out of that little needle and seat, where the seat is, and flows all around there. So that's actually spring loaded in there. We're going to leave that one in there, and we'll just get off as much of this as we can, just as long as there's no loose flakes or anything. We'll set that aside. We'll clean this as well. They're generally pretty good. Just leave that how it is. As long as a lot of this, as long as this doesn't flake off, it's okay just to leave it, because you're going to chase your tail. That's just grime. It's not ideal, but we'll deal with it. We'll just leave that as it is. Put that aside. Now we can take this one off. Just make sure we're not going to drip everywhere. Oh, what's going on there? Oh, it doesn't want to go with this, with that span, does it? Is it a 10? Yeah. Oh, there we go. I think that other spanner's getting pretty old. There we go. Oh, a bit of crap came out there then. There's an O-ring in there. Check that O-ring. It's pretty good. Check in here. We checked that before. That's not too bad. Carb clean. There we go. Leave that one there. Now we carb cleaned that before, so it should be okay. There's our friendly O-ring. Get in here with this pick and get that O-ring out. There we go. Clean that off. That's pretty good. That's one. That's like got that's got two directions now, that O-ring, because it's going to seal. It's going to seal on that surface of that there. So just be careful when you're putting that back in, that's right. It's going the right way. This fell off, which is a great story. That would be the choke There's on off. So there's the choke lever there. We doing that right? What's going on there? No, we had it backwards. Where's the choke? That would be the fuel there. The choke should sit here somewhere. Butterfly, not choked. There we go. You see how that works? So good, we'll put that aside. We just leave all that alone. Leave this one here. Now, what we can do is take these off. Take this off and get in here. Just make sure we've got the right screwdriver there. Sometimes this one's got a finer point on it. Yep, oh, no, it doesn't want to go. I think someone else has had that off before. Damaged it. I'll see if I can get it, but if not, we'll just leave it. Oh, yep, got it. I'll take that off. Put those little screws aside. And you know, while we're here, we're just going to do all of this, right? Put that away there. There's that lid. Nothing in the lid. It's looking pretty good. There's a wavy washer there. And then this will just be this boot that comes off here. Beautiful. We'll just pick that out. Pick that O-ring out. There we go. It's just a little rubber boot that seals on. That's pretty good. We'll spray that. Spray that off. Beautiful. We'll just spray in there. Get rid of all that junk, little bit in there, make sure that's clear. Yep, it is. That's one of the things we'll blow out with the air in a minute. So we're getting there, we're looking pretty good. We need to make sure we're paying attention to all these little galleries here. And we're not going to be able to do much about it. We can get this main jet out here. So we get a decent flat blade that's going to go in there. That one won't go. Sometimes you got to get one of these ones that's just completely straight. This one will go. And we're just going to be real easy on this. Oh, that just doesn't want to go. Just going to get this with the torch here. Oh, someone's already had a go at that once. Geez, I hope we can get that out. Tell you what we'll do though. If we can take it out, then good. If not, we'll just have to deal with it. So we got a different screwdriver here somewhere. We'll just get a different style of screwdriver. Here we go. Let's see if this one will do it. Make sure that's nice and clean. Yeah, so we're just going to get this straight screwdriver down in there now. See if we can. Oh, yep, got it. So it's really important to have the right style of screwdriver just to really get that properly. Oh, yep. So look at all the crud on that. That like mixes the air. This little tube mixes the air and the fuel. And this is the jet that meters the fuel. It's actually clear, so it's not too bad. It's a bit gunked up. What we'll do is we'll spray the living daylights out of it. And then we'll blow that out with air. But this has a bunch of crap in it as well. So we've got to get this nice and cleaned off. I'll just give it a good old rub. Oh, look at it all. There's the crappiest stuff in there. It's actually clear going down the middle, but this can is running out of food. Annoying the crap out of me. Right, all those holes are a bit better. Got a bit of Scotch Brite here. So we're just going to get that. Oh, much better. Gee, someone's really they've had pliers on that or something. That's horrid. Why would you have done that? Let's just try and get on this edge here as well. Get all that crud off. Right. See if we've got another carb spray in here somewhere. Oh, bonus. Fresh carb spray. Here we go. Oh yeah, woo! Nice. So, we're not so bad there. Now we're giving it a bit of a dust off. We'll blow that out with the air in a minute. Just bring this here and give it a clean off. Well, it's looking better. Just trying to shine a light, get the light through and see all those holes there. Yep, yep, yep. Okay, so I'm just shining the light behind it so I can see through it. Right, that's good. It's better than it was. Just looking at the hole for the jet here, it's not too bad. Okay, it's not perfect, but it's not too bad. Now, so we're moving on. That came off as well. That was off the on-off there for the fuel. So when we're doing this, you want to get this one down in here as well. So this is the idle screw that sets the idle, how far that comes back on the spring on the governor. So we're going to wind that all the way out. And this one is like, they call it the pilot jet, that gives it the right amount of metered fuel while it's idling or doing everything else in between going on full stroke. So that, when the butterfly's all the way open, there's the main jet comes up from the bowl up through there and atomizes fuel out into here and goes into the engine. This one comes in at a different position and meters fuel in. So I've had good luck with just prising these up with the flat blade. There we go. We're going to pull that one out. And hands down, if your engine's not running properly or it's not idling or it's hunting or it's going, that chances are that this hole here is blocked. So we're going to blow that out and see what we can get out of it. I'm going to look down in here as I blow it out. Yeah, maybe. Sometimes because it's like plastic, they just block up solids. I reckon that's blocked. So what I'm going to do, the littlest one of these are tip cleaners for oxyacetylene stuff. The littlest one in here, which is always a bit barney because I'm using it for a bunch of different stuff. I've got no idea what size it is, but it seems to be really good for cleaning out this. Oh! Just ripped it off. Right, I'm gonna have to get a new set of these. So I'll just go in gently there with this one. Okay, I think it says it on the back here. It's like use number 6. Oh, okay. It's imperial. So anyway, you get the idea. But pushing that through, right? Oh, it was totally blocked with a bunch of junk. And you can't really see it, but there's black junk all on that there, right? Trying to get a good example of it, right? So that was completely blocked. That's going to be part of the reason. I don't know if you can see it there, but there's black. Try and get it against the white. There's black junk all over the end of that. So just going to give that a tidy up in there. And now I can see down through the hole. Right, I don't want to go too hard with this because this has actually got an abrasive file end on it. Now I'm going to go more spray. Oh yeah, I can see it spraying through there now. Oops. What am I thinking? That's what that's for. Yeah, much better. Okay, we'll even go a little bit more. Right, so that's now free. Where before it was completely cragged up with old fuel and a bit of something or other. Right, clean out down in there. That's much better. All right, great. What we'll also do is make sure that that port's pretty dirty as well. So we're going to clean that out. You see, if I spray carb cleaner down this hole, it comes out that hole. That's good. She's infinitely clean, infinitely more clean down there. So again, I'm being very gentle here, putting my finger there. Yep, beautiful. Excellent. Just checking this O-ring here. Yeah, it's not too bad. So put that back in, okay? That's unidirectional, but as long as that flat ends up over there, we can put our idle screw back in, providing we didn't lose it. Still connected to the screwdriver. All right, you can see there's a bit of a double design here. The idle screw holds make sure that one doesn't come out, right? Okay. So that's all clear, that's clear, that one's clear. We're just going to have a look down in here and make sure that's clear. That hole there's clear, that little one's clear. And I can just see this little one here. Just want to see how clear that is. Where do you go, my friend? Oh yeah, up through there maybe. So what we'll do is we'll spray carb spray down a bunch of these and see what happens. I think there was a bit of shit in that one. In this one here, we've cleaned it out. Some of these you can't get with they're just galleries or channels that just, you're at the mercy of what's in there and what's got in there in the past. I think here's another one. That looked promising. Each carb design, there's no absolute guarantee way to know or how it's going to be. You just have to. Sometimes you just hope for the best. Clean it right out. Hope for the best. Make sure you've got yourself a good torch. A lot of people get sticking rods and stuff in these things. I've had bad luck with that. I just give it a good old clean out and a blowout. Look in there, that's horrid in there. Way up. There we go. Right, that O-ring's in pretty good shape. We're not going to touch that. Okay. So now we'll blow all this out gently with the air. So we're just blowing gently. There's actually a little idle screw on the side here, which I noticed before, which I didn't do anything about just now. That little cap will come off, if we can get it off. That little cap, there it comes. And that'll be the littlest mincy flat blade, which we've got here. So we're just careful because that's under spring tension. That'll be like some sort of idle screw or a high. It's on the engine side, so it's most likely like a high idle or something. They don't want you to mess around with it, right? That spring had a bit of crap in it. Just gonna go. There we go. I'm not gonna mess around with that too much. What I will do is just where that hole where that came out of. Where's that torch? Here it is. I can see down in that hole, so that's fine. So what I'll do is, I'm just going to blow that out backwards. Right, and that's nice and clear. that one, so I can see when I shine the torch from the inside, I can see it. So I'm just going to put I can see there, that one shines through into there. So I'll put a bit of air in there. Beautiful, that's coming through. That one's clear, I know that. It's coming out of here as well. So that one's clear, we know that. So I'm not going bananas with all this stuff. Whoops. We're just doing it gently. I'm not using a lot of air. Then I'm feeling each time when I spray into a certain spot, you know, that it comes out somewhere else. So that's the inlet from the bowl. Okay, so I can feel that. And then when I sprayed that this way, I can feel it coming back out the other way. So I'd say that's pretty good. I've had this go worse. All that looks good. I can't see anywhere where I spray air. And it doesn't come back out somewhere else. So let's put it back together. Okay, good. First thing to go, it's the main jet. Whoop, no, sorry. Oh, we didn't blow this out with air. We should probably do that. All right. Make sure we didn't put anything in there. No, it's looking pretty good. So that goes in that way, and that shoulder, this piece pokes back up inside the, that's the final delivery. So your jet will be here like this. Fuel will go down through there, get mixed in here with air and fuel, and then that's the final discharge into where the Venturi is. So, oops, if I'm being a klutz. That goes right down in there. That goes in there. Now we're going to do our backwards one turn trick. Till we hear it click. Then we're just going to gently go in. Now, don't lean up on these. Don't go crazy. Look, nip. Okay, it's not going to come out. It's not going to move. Just nip it up. Don't go mental on it. You know what, I might do this while I'm here. I want to lose that. Now, this one is the upside down bit here. A little bit of scale in there. I'm just going to try and get that there. A little bit more spray. That'll do. It'll be fine. Blow it off. Right, I think that'll be fine. Got our little sealing ring here for a weird little sealing ring. Make sure it's going to let fuel through, yep. Then that is actually opening and closing those two ports, that little gallery. So that's nice and clean. So that's open, that's closed. And we needed our wavy washer. And then we've got our, this doesn't actually seal, but it actually just keeps that bottom bit sealed. So we'll just give that a bit of an operate. Yep, excellent. Got our two of the world's smallest screws. Just go most of the way in with that one. And we'll go most of the way in with this one. And again, we're just nipping down, we're not going bananas. It still operates. Right, beautiful. Just nipping that down. Now I'm just going to go the littlest puff of air when it's in the on position in here. Yep, and there's air coming out down here, right? Now, we've got our O-ring here. Now remember, it's gone the shape of the cone on this sealing face, so we'll put that in there. There's normally a screen in here sometimes, but this is a bit of a different design. Not to cross, be careful not to cross thread that, so we're backwards till we feel it's right. There we go. And our good new spanner there. So it lines up on the O-ring, perfect. We're just keeping that O-ring in there, making sure that's okay. Now we've got this high speed idle situation which came out of here. We know that's clear. Got our little mincy screwdriver. And again, we're just gonna be very gentle. Just gonna start that off with something a bit thicker. There we go. Whoop. Gotta be really careful with these aluminium threads. They're not that forgiving. There we go. Now, I don't know about these things sometimes, but before I couldn't see that screw all the way through. But I'm gonna go 1, 2. Generally on anything like this, I do 2. Or 1.5 actually is probably better for this little one. Let's just go 1.5. If you're ever in doubt, a lot of these things are two turns or 1.5, right? There we go, that's back in. Now we need to work on our float. So that's where the fuel comes into the bowl. Now, I just think that's probably gonna be okay. We'll put that back in, put our pin in. Oh, a little bit of junk there. What's going on there? Oh, it's just from where I was wiping it. Someone's had pliers in on this or something. Horrid. None of this should be pliers or anything. It just should be straightforward, right? And then see how the float's kind of hovering? That's great, right? So down and then it will close off. All right, that's beautiful. Okay, great. What else have we got? Okay, we're getting there. Bowl back on. Our O-ring was in a good spot. Nip that back up. There we go. Grab this in the right spot, make sure that I don't go too hard on that. Right. Hey, we're getting there. So, I think we need to put this back on. Make sure that works. And we're good to go. That's her. There you go, carby. Don't be afraid of it, okay? Give it a go. They're not that complex. Some of them, it's hard to know sometimes when they're far gone and you just can't. It's diminishing returns of trying to get in all the little places and everything like that. But what I found is, as soon as you go jabbing something in, you'll ruin it. Just blow it out nice and gentle, lots of carby cleaner.